Hello and welcome to the special weekend edition for Saturday, August 10th. In this Rares report, we've got some fantastic, exciting charts to look at. Do you agree that money on Runescape is actually endless? There is no limit to it? If that's the case, then we can all get rich on Runescape. So share these Rares reports with your friends. Starting off with Easter egg weekly prices. Easter egg is really not giving us any indicator. It's still within a triangle formation, still at the lowest prices. And this is a break down below this channel and would be sort of a downward indicator. That is, if it weren't for looking at all of the different Rares markets as a whole. Now we go on to weekly pumpkin prices. This was a big shocker last week as prices exploded and they made a very tight 1, 2, 3 top formation and dropped down. And now if we look at this, this is another little triangle formation, and all of these flags are very important. This is not a very liquid market, which means that there's not a lot of them bought and sold every day. So it's interesting to look at, but not the most important of the markets. When we go on to Disc of Returning, it's got some more importance in this, even though, like pumpkin, it's not a very liquid market. The shape of this formation is very, very important. And this is the kind of thing that I really look for, and this is where I take my risk money and put it into times like this. And then, of course, I use rule number 1 and rule number 2 for selling out. Mostly because one market, every one of them is doing something different. This has actually gone lower than it's been before, and that is a flag that it could be all of the markets are on their way down. Always looking for one market to do something different than everything else and pay attention to what that difference is. Let's take a look at the weekly prices now for these edibles. So as we see here again, in the last almost 2 weeks, we've got from July 20th to August 10th, we can see that half jug of wine prices have been going down. Though pumpkin prices consolidated, really tightened up, and then exploded out. And here's that triangle formation at the top. Here's another triangle formation. And we could call this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 top and bottom formations. And they're just indicators that the prices are going to move quickly one way or the other. And we have egg prices coming to a precipice. And we have Disc of Returning having a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation and a triangle all at the same time. So these are very interesting markets, but it gets much more interesting as we go on in this report. As we go on to party hats, we see the pressure is building, and this is one of the reasons that I do these charts day after day after day, is to watch for times just like this, as prices are just making that one tick above a double bottom on this hard floor at the same price it was here before. Although in purple prices, this is still a downtrend. Let's go on and see how the rest of the markets are looking. When we go on to yellow, this has got a significant uptick off of this double bottom right here. And I'm always watching for a breakout above this trend, and this could be the very moment that yellow party hats are doing it. And I'm thinking that mostly because of what's happening in the lowers markets, which are coming up right away. Now, we saw last time that green weekly prices broke just barely above that, and then they've receded down. They've made a nice hard bottom here. They are making a bottom formation again at the same time as everything else, and it just gets more significant because all of these rares move together. Here we are with red party hat, very similar pattern. This is the time to be watching. White party hat prices were reduced in price again overnight. We're making a nice bottom formation here, but I should point out that just like wine prices, this is actually lower than the past historical prices, where the other ones are not lower. And again here with this, we've got lower than past historical prices at this time, making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Very, very important times for my kind of trading signal. Let's go look at the weekly prices now for the party hats. Alright, now if you're watching along this far on this video, then you are a confirmed nerd in this market. You are a trader. You want to learn how to do better. You like the way I'm trading and you like the way I'm teaching it, and I would really appreciate a favor from you. I would like your like on this video, and more importantly, I'd like your comments and your shares. And now we move on to some of the most exciting markets there are in the rares. The lowers are just breaking out of these bottom formations. We've got a series of higher lows here shaping up in the very short term. This is giving us a channel at the same time of breaking out of a triangle formation. So this is really important time. And I did purchase 2 green Halloween masks, and I have purchased 2 more green Halloween masks, and I'll log into the game and show you the prices I paid for those. Now, blue Halloween mask, I think I have one of them as well, but I didn't get a red. This has now officially broken out. Over the last day and a half, it's broken out of this triangle formation at the bottom. Now, it hasn't made it past really significant monthly levels yet. It still has to pass this 190 level or thereabouts. No, I'm sorry, 170 level or thereabouts before it's really starting to prove that the trend is massively changing direction and not just fluctuating sideways now. Let's continue on to red Halloween mask. Also went for a big surge in prices over the last 48 hours since the last video was made, definitely breaking out of this triangle formation. Now again, like I say, it's got to break above these levels here, break above and then break above again before this is really confirming strongly that this downtrend has been broken. And then we go on to my favorite, which is Santa hat right now. I did purchase 2 of the Santa hat. My draw tool. We did purchase 2 Santa hat here and purchased 2 Santa hat here, and I'll show you the prices of those in a second. So we're definitely up in profitable position right off the bat and then added to it again right away. But I am expecting it now to waffle a bit as it comes to these important prices here. I do expect that it'll bounce around a bit here before it does go and surge further, because it's got to wait for the party hats to catch up in momentum of price rising. Alright, so here's the login before we go and look at the weekly charts for all of these lowers. Here's the prices I did pay for the second set of Halloween masks. They were listed at $153 at the time, and I paid $155.3. They were actually listed at $155.6 or thereabouts in the ARQuark chat. And I also purchased another 2 of the green Halloween masks here at $128.4, while the med price was $127.4. And the asking price was $128.9 or thereabouts, so I just left my offer in and took off. Here's the earlier offers where I paid actually a little, I think I paid the same amount, $303, so $51.8, and that's paid below med price at that time. And the blue, I paid just above med price at that time. I actually held that against rule number 1 for a while. So let's go look at what time and date we are right now. 1374. Give me lowers. Oh, 56.8 right now. So it's come back a little bit, but it's hovering around the higher price than, a little bit less than what we just saw in our charts, or what we'll see in the weekly charts coming up right now. So here we are in the weekly charts. I would give this to be the breakout of the triangle, and I did have the purchase signal right here, and then I bought more right here. I was sweating when I did this. Where's the blue Halloween mask? I saw the breakout of the triangle here. I paid a little higher than market right here, and then prices came down a bit. Maybe 165, then they came down, and I thought, I'll hold, since everything else looked like it was going up. So according to rule number 1, right there, I should have sold back out and then bought back in right here, but I kept it anyway. So that went out for my favor so far. And then right out here, I purchased 2 of the Santa hats, and then I purchased 2 more Santa hats right here, and we're just watching where these are going. You can also see that red Halloween, I would consider that to be a breakout of that triangle. Woo! So thanks for watching all the way through this long weekend edition of the Rares Report for August 10th. Share this with your friends. There's money to be made in trading rares right now. Thanks again. This is Link Builder from lumbercity.com.